Windy and warming up, and the storm risk is ramping up. We'll show you the timeline.
Our weather is already getting more active. Now is the time to start getting prepared. We spoke to the National Weather Service about their severe weather preparedness week.
The trial is expected to begin this week for Daniel Riley. Now, he's accused of causing Janae Edmondson to lose both of her legs. What's happening in a downtown courtroom to get ready for trial?
A series of robberies and burglaries in Webster Groves has the police department asking for your help. I'll tell you about the suspects in these cases.
Thank you for joining us for Fox 2 News at 5. I'm Mandy Murphy. First on Fox tonight, we could see some storms and even hail tonight, and it comes after near record warm temperatures today. Glenn, what is the timeline for all of this to unfold?
It's probably at the worst time. It's overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. It's always hard to get warnings out when you get this kind of active weather through the overnight hours. But yeah, the possibility of gusty winds and the possibility of hail. If that means that you need to, bring some patio furniture in, put a car in the garage here after you go to bed tonight, that storm risk is going to ramp up. And you can kind of feel it in the atmosphere. Humidity is high. Temperatures are warm. Right now we're at 76 degrees with a high of 77, 2 degrees short of a record high today. The gusty south wind that has been stirring our atmosphere up. The only thing that we would need to run into this active atmosphere is a cold front, and we certainly have that to our north and west. Look at the warm air building across the bi-state. Current temperatures all mid and upper 70s. That's abnormal for this time of the year. Again, almost a record for us in Metro St. Louis. But you add this to a cold front that's moving in from the west, and that's going to spark showers and storms. In fact, already doing so to our north and to our northwest. There's a line of thunderstorms that's now near Kirksville and then north to just west of Chicago that has been severe with strong storms, even some tornado warnings and potential tornado touchdowns along that line. Most of that kind of energy will stay to our north, but that is the front, the line to watch for active weather tonight. So the storm risk is very real tonight as we go through the overnight hours, especially lightning, thunder, hail would be the biggest severe risk with this scenario. And then a cool down coming in behind the front, a wind switch. Temperatures will be different tomorrow. This is an active week, though. There's another system on the way for the end of the week, and that could bring more rain, showers, and storms. And it's with weather like this tonight that the National Weather is all week long holding Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Fox 2 meteorologist Jamie Travers continues our team coverage at the Weldon Springs office of the National Weather Service. Hey, Jamie.
Yes, Glenn, now is the time to start thinking about that severe weather, which peaks in March, in spring and early summer. The National Weather Service is trying to help get people prepared, and our weather is already becoming more active. Monday's theme is about having a plan for severe weather and making sure you have multiple ways to receive weather warnings.
We all rely on our cell phones, right? It's just what we do. But, in the big tornadoes, the Joplin tornado, there was no cell phone coverage. And so having multiple ways to get information if one thing were to fail, if you lose electric, if you lose cell phone service.
A NOAA weather radio can be an important backup source for weather information. The rest of the week will cover other important topics.
Tuesday, we're going to be talking about lightning safety. Wednesday is tornado safety. Thursday is wind and hail safety. And then Friday, we're going to end with flood safety.
On Wednesday, there's a statewide tornado drill for both Missouri and Illinois.
We're going to tell people at 11 a.m. Wednesday morning, think about whether you're at work, school, home, wherever you're at, what would you do if tornado was approaching your area right then and there, and to practice that drill then.
Not only is this week an important time for the public to get prepared, but the meteorologists at the National Weather Service are training as well.
We actually are having all of our forecasters go through a pretty rigorous training of remembering, the knobology of putting out warnings, tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, and that thing. So it's a time for us to practice as well.
And while the radar here in Weldon Spring is going to be down through March 19th, there is overlapping radar coverage for exactly this reason.
If a radar has to go down, so in our case, we're doing a major upgrade to it, replacing a lot of the guts of the radar. So it's something that needs to be done. Our radar hasn't been touched since the late 80s, so it's been spinning for a long, long time. So these repairs are certainly needed. And so we have these overcovering radars. We actually have what we call a TDWR from the FAA in St. Louis as well. That gives us a little more close range into the St. Louis metro. So we will have coverage, and we will keep everyone safe from the storms.
And you can find more information on all of these important topics on the National Weather Service's website. That is weather.gov/St. Louis. I will have a link to that story with this on. I will have a link to that with the story online and on our news app. Reporting from Weldon Springs, meteorologist Jamie Travers, Fox 2 News.
Jamie, thank you. And to keep ahead of the storm, just download the free Fox 2 News mobile app. Tonight on Fox 2 News at 9, extreme weather specialist Chris Higgins will be out in the Woods Basement System storm runner to continue our weather coverage you can count on. Jury selection continues today in Daniel Riley's trial. He is accused of the crash last year that cost visiting volleyball player Janae Edmondson her legs. Fox 2's Kelly Hoskins has been in the courtroom all day long. She joins us now live outside of the Carnahan Courthouse with today's developments. Kelly.
Well, Mandy, the trial is expected to start tomorrow, and Judge Michael Noble is presiding over this high-profile trial. We can show you past video of Riley in court. He's facing 5 counts, including 3 assault charges, an armed criminal action charge, a count of driving without a license. He has pleaded not guilty. Now, court officials tell us there were 100 potential jurors on Friday, and today it's been narrowed down to close to 60 potential jurors who face questions about their employment, if they had any past accidents, and if they knew anything about the case. Now, the questions were designed to see if they could serve impartially as jurors. Janae Edmondson was in St. Louis from Tennessee for a volleyball tournament and was walking with her family when the terrible crash happened on February the 18th of last year. Janae was 17 years old at the time. Now, authorities say Riley was speeding when he failed to yield at the intersection of St. Charles and North 11th Street, hitting another car and a parked vehicle. Janae was pinned between 2 of the cars, and both of her legs had to be amputated. At the time of the crash, Riley was 21 years old and was out on bond in a pending robbery case, despite violating the conditions of his release many times. Now, court officials say the trial is expected to last about 3 days, and they're telling us that Edmondson's friends and family will attend the court proceedings, and Janae Edmondson is expected to testify. Reporting live in downtown St. Louis, Kelly Hoskins, Fox 2 News.
A police officer shoots at car break-in suspects in South St. Louis and takes one suspect into custody. It happened just after 2 this morning at the intersection of Hartford Street off Alfred Avenue. Police say a group of young people were trying to break into cars when an off-duty officer came out to confront them. One of the suspects shot at the officer and the officer fired back. The officer was not injured. A different juvenile is in custody, but not the suspected shooter.
Teens this hour of the night getting involved in anything is not good. I wish there was something better they could be doing, like sleeping at this time. All we can do is respond and try and curb and get the parents involved to try and monitor their kids, keep them at home, keep them safe.
The Force Investigation Unit has been called in, which happens anytime an officer is involved in a shooting. A man is dead and a security guard in the hospital after the two got into a struggle at a South St. Louis Quick Trip. Police say just after midnight there was some sort of disturbance inside the store at Gravois and Chipawa. The armed security guard was escorting a suspect from the building when there was a struggle. Investigators say that is when the suspect grabbed the guard's gun, shooting the guard in the leg. But the guard managed to get the gun back, and he shot and killed the suspect. 2 people are recovering after being shot at the St. Clair Bowl at around 9:45 last night. The owner says the shooting happened at the venue after large fights broke out between juveniles near closing time. This was in the bowling alley parking lot. The shooters left before police arrived. Illinois State Police were called in to help with the investigation as the O'Fallon police detectives look through surveillance video to identify the shooting suspects. Webster Groves Police are asking for your help in solving a series of burglaries and robberies. Fox 2's Patrick Clark joins us live with details that they want you to know. Patrick.
Yeah, Mandy, since November, there have been 4 incidents at the Energy Express Phillips 66 location in Webster Groves. In 2 of those cases, the suspects driving a white Tesla, including this morning around 3 a.m. In the other instances, it was a lone individual. All these cases have one thing in common. They have stolen cartons of cigarettes. Now police asking for the public's help with home surveillance or Ring doorbell cameras. Well, this morning, police called to the Energy Express Phillips 66 at the intersection of Laclede Station and Big Bend Road around 3 a.m. That's when authorities say a suspect walked into the store, went behind the cash registers with a black trash bag. Police believe this individual was also responsible for a November 28th burglary, while another man distracted the clerk. And this individual went to the back, loaded up the trash bag with Newport cigarettes, cartons of them. Then on December 24th, an unknown suspect threw a rock through the glass door, filled up a large black trash bag with cartons of Newport cigarettes. And on February 23rd, an individual wearing a Sherpa jean jacket, blue jeans, and a black ski mask approached the cashier with his left hand in pocket, saying that he had a gun and demanded the money inside the register. He left on foot, and police are not sure if the individual is connected with this morning's robbery in Webster Groves.
He begins filling the trash bag with cartons of Newport cigarettes. He's approached by two co-workers who were behind the counter there and asked what he was doing. He ignored all of their commands. After he was done filling up the trash bag to its entirety, he walked back out of the store, entered his Tesla, and drove away.
Yeah, that white Tesla has no license plates. Now, police are not sure if they are working together, the two men in the white Tesla and the one individual, but all four incidents, the suspects have stolen cartons of Newport cigarettes. They are asking for the public's help if you have a Ring doorbell or surveillance camera on your property in or around that area in Webster to contact the Webster Groves Police Department at 314-645-3000. For now in Webster Groves, Patrick Clark, Fox 2 News.